Hi Sam, how you doing? Thanks. It's a great post. I love your writing. Yeah, definitely. Good examples too, but I'm really interested in your writing, specifically the second paragraph, which I would like to address. But first of all, AIGA Cleveland. I attend a lot of meetings. If you ever see me there, hit me up, man. We'll have a chat. Um, I don't attend all the AIGA meetings in Cleveland, of course, because I'm not in Cleveland all the time. But I do spend some time in Cleveland, a considerable amount of time in Cleveland, actually, as I have a studio in Cleveland. So, um, yeah. So if you see me, yeah, definitely introduce yourself. I'd love to chat with you a little bit about your ideas on design. So that's awesome. Anyway, okay. So I want to talk about this right here. I agree, and I think it's really interesting what you say about teachers. And I think one of the things that we as instructors do is we try not to say this is good or this is bad. And I think that's a bad way to cultivate students. I think it's best for us as instructors to say this is effective, this may not be effective, and this is how you can achieve a higher level of successful communication associated with any design piece or even design ideas or any sort of execution involving design. It's a good educator is one that will show you where to look, but not what to see. Do you see what I'm saying? So personally, I in all the years I've been teaching, I have never said this is not good design, and I never would. I would never approach it like that. I would say, okay, this is effective, but this could be more effective, or this portion is not effective because, and then giving good reasons why. But I thought that your insight there was really interesting, and you're right. It's interesting every day as an instructor to look critically at the work of students, trying to cultivate their knowledge while exposing things in the work that are effective, and then of course things that are not effective, and addressing the ways that the non-effective pieces can become more effective, and a way that the effective pieces can be sustained in other areas of design. I hope that makes sense. I think it's such an important point in all of design. I'm so glad you brought this up. Fascinating thoughts, Sam. Thank you. Austin Kleon, yeah, that book is great. I love it. I've read it 20 times, and I've got it on my iPad, at which we talked about it. We talk about inventions, and we talk about convergence, and we talk about ideas and design ideas. And to me, the iPad, to me, it was one of the greatest inventions in the last several hundred years. And not only because I love mine and I have everything on it, all my books included. I used to have hundreds of books, and I was recently perplexed as to what to do with this massive library that I had. And honestly, I love books, but you know what? They're cumbersome, and I moved 3 times in the last 2 years. So I got to a point where I just cannot haul this library around. So I mean, I'm kind of hesitant to say, and I'm kind of sad to say that I did. I distributed my books to people who I thought really wanted them, but everything I have is now digital. I didn't get rid of one book that I couldn't get a digital copy of, and if I couldn't get a digital copy, I kept the book. So long story short, Austin Kleon is on my iPad. It's in my favorites, and I often refer to that book. And I agree. Now, it was Picasso that said, "Great artists don't copy." No, I'm sorry. Picasso said, good artists borrow, great artists steal. And I want you to think about that, okay? I want you to think about that comment and tell me in your own words, what do you think he meant by saying that? Again, the quote is, and look it up. I know people believe it was Picasso, but I don't think it was ever definitively assigned to Picasso. But as the quotes go, it is good artists borrow, great artists steal. What do you think he meant by that, Sam? Let me know in your response. Thank you very much. Great post.